this part is the water liking part, hydrophilic part, and this part is water not liking part, hydrophobic part. It is scared of water. It really doesn't like it. Now, let's say, so pay attention here. This is a very important concept. This is not in the first chapter of physiology books. Very important concept. Let's say we have a molecule which is hydrophilic. When this molecule come across these hydrophilic molecules, this molecule can arrange itself amongst them easily. But it cannot proceed any further in the hydrophobic portions because this lipid portion not only does not like water, it actually doesn't like anything which likes water. So it's not friends with waters, and it doesn't like water's friends either. So this little thing, it wants to go out. It says, well, I have less water here. I want to go out and there's a lot of water. But these hydrophobic things here, the lipids here, they're not going to let it move. They're going to push it back. Similarly, if there are any hydrophilic molecules outside the cell, which will come and let's say interact here, they can arrange themselves on the outer side. But they cannot easily move inside because they have to cross this hydrophobic barrier as well. End result, they'll put themselves on the outer side. So how do I see this? It's funny. How I see it is this way. See the surface? So I'll just go and make another thing. Let's say you're looking at the surface of river or ocean or water or a lake. Inside we have fish, right? So these are happy fish, they're having fun. Outside we have, let's say, birds. So I hope you've seen this bird before in your life. If not, you just saw a fun bird. So here's a bird, right? The birds are on the outside, the fish are on the inside. Normally fish come to the surface but stay on the inside, and birds come to the surface but stay on the outside. I know that you know there are many exceptions, but for our concept, well, I'm making a really weird bird, but anyways, that's a bird. It's a bird. Okay, so we have fish on the inside and we have bird on the outside. Fish don't come out, birds don't go down. In case of our cells, the proteins which stay on the inside, there is a special protein called Flippase. There is a protein called Flippase. Some people call it with one P or some with the two P's. Anyways, protein's name is Flippase. What that does is it binds these proteins on the inner side to the inside. So it holds on to the proteins which are, or the molecules which are on the inner side of the cell membrane to the inside. Now Flippase needs batteries to work. So Flippase doesn't do it for free. It says, well, I'll do this function, I'll stand here on the inner side of the membrane and I'll hold on to these proteins. And I would do it by spending energy. So Flippase molecule or Flippase protein uses batteries. You know what are our batteries of our body? What are our cells, Duracells, the batteries? We use ATP. ATP is our batteries, right? So Flippase sits here, uses ATP and keeps the things on the inner side, holds on to them. This is called asymmetry. Asymmetry means non-symmetry or lack of symmetry. This is called asymmetry across the lipid bilayer. Very important concept. This is called asymmetry across the lipid bilayer. What that means is, in simple terms, the lipids or the cell membrane on the outer side has different proteins on it than on the inside. This asymmetry is also an indicator and a must for a healthy cell. It's just like this, you have a house, right? So the things which are inside the house, your oven inside the house is inside the house. Your books inside the house are inside the house, right? So you spend energy to keep them in there. I hope so. On the other hand, there are things which are on the outside. A tree is growing outside the house. All of a sudden, if the oven walks out, or if you threw the books out, I hope you don't throw the books out. I really love books, so don't throw books out. But if you threw the books out, if this fish came on the outer side and it is found here, maybe a dead fish, it's found here. Or if you find a bird here inside, okay, now I'm challenged again to draw this fun bird. Here it is. Ah, very good. Drew another bird. So the bird found inside, the fish found outside. That would tell you that there is some abnormality happening, right? Right? So whenever a protein which is supposed to stay in, and Flippase is using energy to keep it in, finally turns on the outer side. So let's say this protein which was supposed to be in is found out here. It's too big, so let's make this way. So this is that protein. This protein got moved out. This is that fish which was here. This fish it appeared on the outside. What does that mean? That means the cell is not healthy. Why not? Think about it logically. The battery was used to hold on to this protein on the inside. Somehow that protein which was doing that function has failed. Maybe there is less energy. It doesn't have batteries to do that function. Maybe the Flippase itself is damaged now. It cannot do that. So whatever is the reason, finally the protein which is supposed to be inside has appeared on the outer side. So now pay attention here. We have proved that in an unhealthy, or we have observed that in an unhealthy cell there are less MHC1 on its outer surface. Pay attention. Number two, there are things which can appear on the outer surface which should not appear on the surface of a healthy cell. These things are going to be picked up. These are signs of a ill cell. They are going to be picked up by the natural killer. They are going to be picked up by the monocytes. They're going to be picked up by the neutrophils. These guys are looking for these signs. And once they find them, this cell is then going to be in trouble. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video. Like it if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't like it. And then subscribe if you want more videos. We upload videos regularly. So if you subscribe to the channel, you can get a notification and the video will appear in your inbox. And if you hit the bell button as well, then you can get the notifications for this as well.